The Buffalo Bills, 8-6. At one time, everybody thought they were going to run away with the AFC East. But no, guess what? The New England Patriots. This is a football team that looked ugly in their last game. Yeah, they had a good winning streak. They're 9-5. They're a 2.5 favorite at home. I think we're going to get a lot of what we saw the last time. Both teams are going to run the football. But one thing is, New England's going to use their running backs to run the football, and the Bills are going to use their quarterback, Josh Allen, to run the football, as they have all season. One thing about Bill Belichick is he always has a different wrinkle that a team hasn't seen to take away their best player. He did that the first time around. Yes, Mac Jones only had 3 attempts passing the ball, but he completed 2 out of those 3. Yes, New England played better in special teams, and that's what I expect in this game, to be another low-scoring game. Last one was 14-10. Yes, it was in a blizzard and it was cold. That's football. That's winter. That's Buffalo. You got to expect that. New England's a 2.5-point favorite in this game, and they're playing at home, Coach.
The Buffalo Bills, Mark, are still a very good football team. You say, well, they lost 3 games, but they're all a very, very good football team. They lost to Tampa Bay right at the last minute of the game. They lost to the New England Patriots in a blizzard and 50-mile-an-hour wind. I think that this is such an important game, Mark. They're both even. Whoever wins this game is going to win that division. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. Although Miami Dolphins are playing very, very well, we'll have to see what happens down the road. But the Patriots won because they know how to win. Bill Belichick and his staff will come up with something. Yeah, they only threw the ball 3 times, but that's all they needed to throw. What they had to make sure is that they protect the football. Now, let's look at what happened to the Patriots last week. They got beat by the Colts. However, Jones had the ball inside the 5-yard line mark and threw an interception. On the other hand, right after that, lo and behold, here comes the running back, Taylor. He goes like 75 yards. That's a 14-point difference, Mark. You take those 2 plays out of the game, then the Patriots maybe walk out there with the win, but they did. So this game is absolutely critical, and I think Belichick will be at his very best in this football game. I think the Patriots will be as well. Everything is on the line, and I am going to pick the Patriots to win this game 24 to the Bills 20.
Patriots are a 2.5-point favorite at home, so if they were playing a neutral site, they call this even. If you look at the Bills right now, they were so ticked off at that last loss. You saw how the players reacted, particularly the players on defense. They got up and walked out of the press conference because they were ticked off about answering questions about how they played in that game. You got number 1 versus number 3 in total defenses. But I think if you look at Josh Allen and you look what happened to New England last week against the Colts, where they just ran the ball right down their throat. Jonathan Taylor for 170 yards. Devin Singletary, their running back, he rushed for 86 yards last week. You know, that's his highest rushing total of the season. So look at the blueprint. Yeah, this is going to be a low-scoring football game. I'm taking the Bills in an upset because they're ticked off. They're tired of being the little stepbrother of the New England Patriots. So I'm going with Josh Allen and the Bills to win this game outright, 21-16.
Well, if they were upset, they should have had that attitude during the course of the game. But let's remember this. The Patriots rushed for 223 yards against them the last time. I think that they'll come up. I'm talking about the Patriots now will come up with a game plan which will enable them to win. And you mentioned before, special teams are so important. And the Patriots probably have as good a special team as there is in the division. So everything's on the line. And when it's on line, I'm going with Belichick and the Patriots.